everyone. M. Sithamarasan here from Chennai. This is going to be a general topic. Usually, I speak about events, event management, and profession related work. And today, I'm going to talk on a general topic, which is tips on healthy friendship and relationship. Before I start this video, a small disclaimer. This is not something I've taken from any university. This is not a proven fact. This is not something where I studied. This is completely my experience. What I follow in my life, that is what I'm going to share over here. Basically, I'm going to touch three topics over here: thanks, sorry, and lies between the friendship. That's what I'm going to share over here. Basically, some of them they used to say like there shouldn't be any thanks or sorry between the friends. That's what a lot of people used to say. But I'm a person who expects or who express thanks and sorry because we need to express it. We need to express our love, we need to express our liking, we need to express the thanks, sorry, everything. Only then things are conveyed. In love, you can say like everything is communicated between the eyes. In friendship and love, we can say everything is connected or communicated between the arts. But still, we need to convey because of late we could see like most of the time there is always a communication problem. So we have to communicate things properly. So basically, I'm a person who say that we have to convey the thanks and sorry. This is not only for the friendship or the relationship. What are the things I'm sharing over here? This can be used for other relationship also, even for the professional relationship also, or even with the third person also. Whatever the thing I'm saying here, that's applicable there as well. Basically, when do we say sorry or the thanks? Most of the time we say it at that moment. For example, when your friend does something good for you, you say thanks. Maybe for a normal thing we don't convey thanks, but when something is bigger, we of course we say thanks. And same way when we do mistake, we say sorry. All these things happen only at that moment. After that we forget about it. But I have a good habit, or rather I have some of my friends who have this good habit. We say the thanks and sorry at that moment, and also we say that some days later as well. You may be wondering, why should I say some days later? I'll explain that little later. Before that, when we say sorry, the meaning of sorry is, yes, I am realizing my mistake. At the same time, I will not make this mistake again. But most of the time people take sorry as an advantage, like especially people like me and some of my friends. One of the weak points for us is when someone says sorry, that's it. With that, we close the chapter. We just break all the fight, or we just forgive them just like that, and everything has happened again. Now, whether it's a friendship or whether it's a relationship or whether even a professional relationship, a simple sorry that stops that removes all the previous things. But people take that as an advantage, like, oh, if something happens, they just say like, okay, let's say sorry and let's close this matter. That's how people have been taking advantage of us. So not only this one, generally when we say sorry, we just want to close that matter. That's how we say sorry, and also the thanks. But now consider this: you just say sorry or thanks at that moment, and also after a week or after 10 days, again you meet your friend, or again you meet your client, or your whoever it is. You meet them. When you meet them, you tell them, or whether you meet or not, you just call them and say, I'm really sorry, what I've done is wrong. A week before, whatever it is, a week or 10 days before, you call them or you meet them and say them, I'm really sorry for what has happened that day. When you say the sorry for the second time, that too after certain amount of days, that has more power than the sorry what you have said on the day of the event. That doesn't mean you shouldn't say the sorry at that moment. Of course, that's needed. More than that, when you say that after few days, that really means a lot. Because why should I say that sorry or thanks after a long time? Which means you are thinking about it, you have realized it, and hence you are conveying it for the second time. So that has more power than the previous sorry what you have said. So if you think it deeply, you'll get what I'm trying to say. So the sorry or the thanks, which you say after a week or after 10 days, you remember it, recollect it, you yourself go to your friend or your business client or whoever it is, you just tell them, I'm really sorry for what has happened that day. Definitely that will strengthen your relationship, because you'll get a good name from them. It's not only for the good name, like they will understand like, yes, you have realized your mistake, or they understand that you value the relationship, because there is no reason for you to come back after a week or after 10 days when both of you would have forgotten what has happened and whether it's a help or whether it's a mistake. But when you come and say that, it means that you are really meaning it. So that is what I wanted to convey over here when you say sorry or thanks. And then the third important thing, lies. At times, even you lie to your friend because of some situation, maybe like when you're on a phone with your friend, or maybe someone else may be with you, so you wouldn't be able to share the exact information with your friend, or there could be some situation where you are not in a position to talk, or where your friend is not in a position to understand. So in such cases, definitely we will say lies to our friends. In fact, most of the time, not most of the time, at times we may say small lies, that doesn't matter. But when it comes for bigger lies, which is not needed actually there, in such cases, when you have said a lie to your friend because of the situation, not intentionally want to hide it from your friend, but because of the situation or something, or sometimes maybe intentionally also at that moment, when you have done that, But after a long time, if a friend comes to know that through someone else or by on its own, then definitely you are going to get a bad name. I'm sorry, not only the bad name, and your friend may start suspecting you from then onwards, whatever you're going to do. Because as I said, small lies, that doesn't matter, those are a part and parcel of any relationship or friendship. Even you will say to your dad, mom, teacher, everything, that's acceptable. But when there is some important thing which is a bigger lie which you have said, told your friend, which you didn't admit to him or which you didn't reveal to him later part, rather he or she themselves identify it or through someone else, that's going to create a lot of problem. It will definitely hurt them a lot, and more than a lot of things are going to happen. One, they are going to get hurt a lot. Second, they are not going to believe you anymore, because they will think like, okay, if this person has lied to me for this reason, where there is no reason for him to lie, why should he lie, why should he or she lie to me? Which means maybe he or she is lying to me on some other aspects also. So that will be breaking the trust between you both. So make sure that because of some reason, if you are going to say lie, or if you are going to hide something to your friend, definitely, if your friendship is strong, or if your relationship is strong, or whether it's a business relationship or a personal relationship, if it is strong, you need to admit it at some point of time, even not, if not at the same day. But make sure that you do it at the earliest, before they identify it or before it goes to them through some other person. So this is what I wanted to share over here. Basically, I'm touching upon three things over here. The thanks and the sorry, more than what you say on that particular day. In spite of that, I mean, addition to that, if you are going to say that some other day as well, after a few days, that's going to have more power than what you have said on the day. And if you have lied to your friend for some reason or because of situation, make sure that you admit it to him by yourself, to him or her by yourself, before he identifies it or before it goes to him through someone else. Thank you so much. MC Thamarasan signing off. You can be in touch with me on my WhatsApp 900 308 7198.